Hi everybody, thanks for joining Create with Dee. Today we're going to make these two cards. They're part of a series of cards that I'm doing that's featuring the Beauty of the Earth Designer Series paper as well as Beauty of Friendship bundle. Let's get started making these two cards. This is card series 2 and highlighting the Beauty of the Earth Designer Series paper by Stampin' Up. And in my previous video that I did a winter one, and this time it's definitely going fall. And just like the last video, I'm using Stitch So Sweetly as the die cut for the designer series paper. All of the die cutting and stamping has been done for these two cards. I'll just explain what I used, and but we'll assemble them here together. So I actually cut two pieces of paper out at the same time. And this is the back side of this gorgeous paper here. So I was able to cut two at a time, and then I took this one and cut it in half using my Stampin' Trimmer. So we'll put this card here together first. And both of these cards I'm using the stamp set, and actually the bundle, Beauty of Friendship stamp set. And I'm going to be using the tree image and this massive leaf one here, as well as the hello. Some of the die cuts that I used from Beautiful Trees, again, it's part of the bundle, is on this card here. I used this little rectangle that they have, and then stamped and die cut the images out of the coordinating dies. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll put this card together. Ahead of time, what I did is I cut a piece of Whisper White at 3 3/4 by 5 and a 3 3/4 by 3/4 strip of the designer series paper from Beauty of the Earth. And I'm going to go ahead and use liquid glue this time to adhere this down. Now I'm going to take that half of the die cut that we used, and again, I'm going to go ahead and just use liquid glue on the back side of that. And we're going to put it here on the left-hand side of the card. The card base is Mossy Meadow cut at 4 1/4 by 11. Next, I went ahead of time and put some dimensionals on the back of our tree. And what I found is that you can take your mini dimensionals, and it has this nice big unused place here that doesn't have the little dimensionals, the mini dimensionals cut out. If you just take your snips and cut a thin layer of that off, that's a perfect size for these tree trunks. So let's go ahead and we'll put down the tree. I got this two-tone of the leaves. I used Mossy Meadow ink, and then I took a sponge dauber with Cajun Craze and stamped the circle over top of it. I took a piece of scrap cinnamon cider cardstock and die cut out the rectangle from the die set and stamped hello. And I've got some dimensionals on the back of this. And I did want to add another little nature element to it. So just take some linen thread and wrap it around your fingers a couple of times. I've already got this measured off. And when you take it, then you can twist it. And we're going to put that over the middle one. And don't worry if some of them get loose on us, that's fine. We're going to just take it up and kind of complete that loop. And I'm going to take my snips and we'll get rid of this guy. And now we've got this little nature element here. And maybe about right there. So we've got this really cute fall card that's just a nice general, any type of time that you need to grab a greeting card on this. So that's the first card on that designer series paper. Again, this is the two-sided on it. Next, we're going to go ahead and just put this one right down over the top of a 3 3/4 by 5 piece of Bumblebee cardstock. And I have gone ahead and texturized it using the Tasteful Textures 3D Tasteful Textile embossing folder. And I've got dimensionals on the back of that ready to go. But let's go ahead and we'll get some glue on this. I just have, using a light touch with my multi-purpose glue, and we'll center that. And let's go ahead and get that on the card base since I already got the dimensionals on it. And this is on a piece of basic white, thick basic white cardstock. All right, next I took the tree image, this tree image from it, and it's soft suede, and once again ran this through the embossing folder. Kind of gives it a funky wood grain texture to it. And once again, I thinly cut off some of the edge of the mini dimensionals to give a nice big support for this tree. Get that backing off. And this one's going to be kind of an artsy feel where it's going to go over top of the leaves on that. And another, this is another rectangle from the die set. And Happy Fall, y'all, is from the stamp set Banner Year. And that does fit perfectly on there. And just like we did before, I'm going to add some twine here, some linen thread, but this time I'm going to, I don't want to add it with a dimensional. We can just put down some Stampin' Seal on our piece. And again, we'll kind of just wind up. And I want a little bigger loop on this. So last time I used 3 fingers. This time I'm going to use 4 to get a little larger loop. And we'll put that one down. And if you want, you can even kind of spread out some of these loops after the fact if you want. All right, so here's another 2 cards that we have made that are very similar in the feel of it, using the designer series paper. Again, the front and back of this particular one here. These are 2 fall cards that you can make fairly quickly, and I hope you are enjoying the series. This is card 2 of 5, or the second set of 5 that we're going to be making. Thanks for watching, everybody, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.